Last time we left our group, they had kind of come to a downtime kind of situation. Yeah. About 2 weeks has passed. I'm going to go through each of you and kind of like give some key points. And if you guys want to give me some key points. Of most concern to you, Carol has been gone for 2 weeks on a spontaneous European vacation. She's very active on social media. And you are...
upset.
I'm assuming you just kind of filled your time with work, unless there was something you were looking into.
No.
Iris?
I was still looking for a fairy glass.
You have not found any.
So if it's been 2 weeks, in the interest of starting on a new week, I'm going to say it's September 1st.
Okay.
Which is a Sunday.
Levi, how have you been coping without your literal everything for 2 weeks?
All I have to say is that it's been absolutely dreadful, and she is never allowed to take a vacation again.
Well, it's been mostly construction, so at least you haven't had to deal with guests.
Don't get me wrong, I love them. Just, I don't do the food thing, so...
Food thing.
Yes.
Yeah, the cook still, just not Carol.
I just bring everybody home to my house instead of the restaurant now so that Benson can set breakfast.
Zach, any beats you've been going after?
I mean, I left South Point and work for Levi now at the restaurant.
So really, Levi hasn't been dealing with the construction because Carol's been gone and he immediately hired a new Carol.
Yeah.
It has been incredibly stressful watching him deal with all of this.
And he has so many questions.
I know. How much does that cost? Do we need it in gold?
He needs to know where the power box flippy switches are.
Yes, I have to like stop Levi from just getting dumber and dumber and dumber as this goes on.
It's not dumber, it's just you're not like, you don't take time for the little details. It doesn't matter to you.
Yes, did we all just collectively forget the great Circle K debacle? Let's not give him too much credit.
Oh no,
very true.
We haven't forgotten.
Try the door.
Forgiven, but not forgotten.
Don't know
Not
about that
forgotten.
either.
Did you not hear that Carol's been in Europe
2
for
weeks,
2 weeks?
Levi. Weeks.
What forgiveness are you seeking?
She deserves a break. She's a good person.
Isn't she also with that hot piece of
Who are you? Why are you here?
Oh no, he called me over for something. It was just mostly
did
group
I
get together.
Oh, great. Okay, that works.
So
average group get together.
You people just show up at different times. I've never quite.
It's kind of how things work.
Yes.
So Beck, you've been spending a lot of time with these people over the last few weeks.
I also got moved out of the hotel because it was getting too expensive, and they gave me a small little apartment building.
You have one of those casitas south of the convention center, the TCC. They have those cute little casitas down there.
That are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, but he's government. I mean,
Government time.
Yeah, no, basically
like
2 bedroom, 1 bedroom's for me, the other's the office, bada boom.
I like it.
Oh no. Okay.
what?
I think Hank might have been turned down.
Wow.
No one said anything.
Because I'm loud, you know.
Okay, I
Yeah.
turned you back up now.
We all know.
Sorry, guys. Still learning this new system here.
I only see 6 bars though.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 6
There's
bars.
only 6 of us.
Why did I think there were 7 of us?
Because you're number 7. Because there's no 2.
Mark and I did the same thing earlier today, though. I apologize for the gap there.
Anyway, so just getting into it. Carol is due back today. One of you was tapped to pick her up from the airport. Which one of you does she trust the most? Trust the most. Iris. She tapped you to pick her up from the airport.
I go with. I'm sorry. I'm inviting myself. Is that all right? Do you mind? Can I have a ride?
He knows.
I'm a terrible driver, but let's do this.
I'm sorry. I just need to reiterate that I know that I put a lot on her, but I really do love her. She's like a child, like my own daughter.
Do you show it though?
I hug her and I gave her a vacation to Europe.
He pays her so
give
well.
her a vacation to Europe, or did you just not say no?
Where did the money come from?
First personal savings?
Which came from?
So you're saying that every boss somehow is owed love because they pay them?
Michael Scott.
Just me.
He is Michael Scott.
Oh God.
Levi's a bit more delusional than I thought.
But Carol and I really are friends.
What have you done to show that?
Whoa. Oh, getting deep.
Besides, wake her up in the middle of the night to come and make you breakfast.
It's been a very stressful few weeks. It doesn't mean that she doesn't know how much I care about her.
Bring her a gift.
I'm going to bring her a gift. Flowers? Flowers?
Of course. Very, very classy.
So you have been on the lookout for fairy glass.
Yes.
While you were looking at that, you do get an email, call, text, whichever you would prefer, from Caduceus.
Probably an email.
Dear Lucius, last name, I can't remember your last
Armstrong.
name. Dear Mr. Armstrong, hello, this is Caduceus. You could probably tell that by my email address, and it's probably saved in your contacts. However, I believe that it is important to let you know who is speaking immediately at the beginning of the letter, so you are not confused as to the nature of the person
To the middle
speaking.
of the letter. Start reading.
Regardless of pleasantries, it has come to our attention that a particular artifact may be coming your way soon, and you have been tapped to assure that it is collected and taken directly to a labyrinth. As to the nature of said object, I will be sending a representative. You are to meet them at this location at this time.
Okay. I will.
Now that business is out of the way, just some personal nods of what's going on in my personal life. So that woman I was seeing, the cellist, well, she turned out to be a real piece of work. And then the additional 2 pages are just...
Never trust a cellist.
Never trust a cellist.
And it's funny because every time he calls Caduceus is like, I don't have time for any of your personal stuff.
Dumps it all in the email. I will probably text whoever's available to see if they want to come with.
So Iris and Levi are off at the airport. Zachary is technically at work. Zachariah. What did I say?
Zachary.
Oh, I've been saying Zachary this whole
I
time.
know you have. You never get my names right.
It's so hard, like Dash, Kosh. It's,
I know.
Nikolai.
Nicola. It's Nick.
So I guess just back.
Craig.
I'll probably shoot him a text anyways. Mr. Shiny, I have a lead on something. Do you want to come?
You have the mosaic artist coming in today to do that mosaic of Levi in his office.
Oh, I'll come with.
It's him and Seb.
Yeah.
Right? Just gotta make sure.
Holding Seb, like,
It's
with
very
Google.
tasteful.
like the evil villain in the chair, but holding set away.
Yeah.
And I will say, well, I'll get to it when we get to the airport. Never mind.
Levi did leave you specific instructions to make sure he uses Italian marble for the tiles for the mosaic. Any other kind of marble is to be thrown in the man's face.
What time are you going?
Did they give it time?
It's like 11 at a cafe on 4th Avenue.
What time is it right now?
It's like maybe 9.
What time is the artist?
2
supposed to
hours.
be?
11.
Oh, of course. I'll go.
Okay.
He can wait.
What time we're picking up Carol? 11.
Should we bring Beck?
Yeah. Why not?
All right, you text him.
All right. Hey, Beck. I'm gonna go with Lucius to work on something he needs. I don't know if you want to come along.
I got nothing better to do.
Okay. We'll pick you up or
Taking me
You
out.
can meet there.
yeah, he's downtown. Yeah, we'll meet there.
All right. Chocolate iguana, or what are we doing? You said a cafe. Which cafe?
It's just a cafe on 4th Avenue.
And we go.
That's what it's called, Cafe on 4th.
It's the Vague Cafe.
Oh yeah,
Vague
the Vague
Cafe.
Cafe. Yeah, it's right there on University.
That's not for.
It's the bodega.
University
Oh,
and 4th.
bodega.
Oh yeah, the book day.
Good old bodega.
Bodega on 4th.
But it's not in Osram. Totally not the same bodega.
So yeah, I'll meet him there at 10:45.
Okay. So you walk in and it's a regular crowd. There is one man sitting at the back, surrounded by 3 or 4 thick, dusty yellow tomes, and he has a magnifying glass, and he's very closely looking at one. But you don't see your contact necessarily.
I'll go up to that gentleman. Was I given any way to communicate with my contact?
Caduceus said you would probably know.
Okay. But any do I just be like, hey, I'm from this
I would
secret organization?
I would show your coin.
Okay.
Because that's pretty common. I just Kaidoru kind of
Got it. Okay, yeah. I expect you are the one I'm here to meet. Yes, it's expected. Yeah.
Who are the others?
They're my coven.
You're one of those freelancers who joined that cult.
You can say that.
By the look of you, you're a man of some religious order, manual labor.
Sure.
He can get shiny.
And you are obviously some kind of government
suit, tie,
official.
full. Is that obvious?
Yes, it is.
He's the replacement. Why are you here, and why am I here?
Why am I here?
Oh, yes. Sorry, this is a particularly interesting translation. According to this, Jesus was a fish.
Not a fish.
Either that or it's a really bad fiction work from ancient Sumeria.
I've been on
No.
the second one.
Yeah, it sounds about right, actually.
Anyway, it's recently come to... one moment. He takes out a metronome and puts it on the table. Do you want to try and identify it since you have
Is it
that
an artifact?
specialty? Yes, it is.
Finally.
Should probably open my character sheet. It's probably a good idea.
It helps sometimes.
That's cocked. 3.
3. You added your specialty?
Yep.
Okay. You recognize it as Beethoven's metronome. Anyone who hears the clicking of it becomes deafened to who can hear it, except for those immediately around it. So basically, no one's going to be able to hear what's being said. All they'll hear is the deafening sound of the metronome. So it does draw attention, but they can't hear you.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a risk-reward kind of artifact where no one can understand what you're saying, but everyone will remember your faces later.
That's interesting, that. Where'd you get it?
Get what?
Okay. Why are we here?
Oh, yes. We have reason to believe that the quill of Thomas Jefferson is in your territory.
The Quill of Thomas Jefferson. Do I know what that does?
As you clearly are aware, it is a magical artifact that can be used to break any binding contract, as in the Declaration of Independence. So it is not necessarily a cursed object or anything like that, but it has troubling ramifications.
In the wrong hands. So, how did you come about this information?
Well, we've been tracking it across the country. A man serving 3 life sentences was suddenly paroled in Texas A woman in New Mexico annulled her marriage to 4 different individuals in the same day. And then very recently in Arizona, there was a gentleman who, according to the records we could gain from our compatriots in Milan, got out of a deal with the devil.
That's very interesting. Why does it change hands so much?
Well,
I imagine something like that you want to keep a hold on.
Well, it is an independent object, so it does everything in its power to get out of the hands of whoever holds it. That's why it's been incredibly difficult for the Aegis Kaidoru to keep it stored. It resists confinement. It is rebellious, if you would like to pun it.
So, where was it last seen, other than the spot in Arizona?
We have lost track of it. The man who got out of his deal with the devil was immediately hit by a semi-truck. As best we can entail, it seems maybe a vagrant or some passerby reached the scene before paramedics or police. As per our contacts, a quill was never turned into evidence, so it could be with the police or someone who was at the scene previous. None of the witnesses claim to have seen it.
Right. Once I have it in my possession, does this go immediately to the labyrinth?
You were to store it with this, and he puts a lead box on the table. Whatever you do, do not open that until you have the quill.
All right. Anything else you can tell me?
Where did this come in?
What does it look like?
It is a quill.
Right.
Big feather, little feather, any distinguishing marks?
Are you not aware of what a quill looks like?
I am aware of what a quill is.
Are you not aware that
So-
several look different?
So you're aware that on a day-to-day basis, you probably will not see a quill?
Yeah, I
We are
get
in.
that, but like if it's at, like an antique shop or something by chance, and there's
Are you
multiple-
sure there's any benefit to working with these individuals?
Well,
You don't have a picture?
we all have our crosses to bear.
Lord, don't I know?
This is a hipster university town. I've seen at least 5 to 6 quills get.
I find that hard to believe. I believe you are saying that
Point
just
over
to
the
be
guy who moved
argumentative.
If there's nothing else, I will do my best to track it down.
So you are familiar with the artifact that I have issued to you for this mission?
As far as what you've told me, yes.
The one in the lead box?
Oh,
You do
no.
not need any clarification as to its function?
I thought it was just a lead box.
No, I told you there's an artifact inside the box and not to open it.
What is the artifact in the box?
It is the square one.
What is the square one? What do I?
You can roll for it.
Okay.
It's a pretty famous one in your organization.
It's an artifact.
It is an artifact.
The square one?
That is one success.
One success.
Yep.
So the square one is a cursed object. Anything in its presence that tries to attempt any kind of progress, it has a random chance at some point to set you back to the beginning of that project. So it counteracts the rebellious nature of the quill. Thus, every escape attempt the quill makes, the square one will counteract, and it won't be able to escape the artifact. But it's an incredibly dangerous artifact because if you were to interact with it before it's attached to the quill, you yourself would be in...
How do I make it so the quill is the object of its magic?
I gave you a lead box.
All right.
Maybe we should contact... Is there any other Aegis Kaidoru in Tucson
No.
that we could perhaps... Maybe
We'll-
a cell?
We'll take care of it.
Do you even have a labyrinth?
All right, that's enough.
No, that's a serious question. Do you have a labyrinth? As you're like walking away. Where are you keeping your cursed objects?
In the doll room.
In the doll room. Cool. So I will do any research I can, trying to find the quill.
Okay, so where are you going?
So I want you to scour the internet, see if you can find anything around the area. some weird instances with a quill involved.
I think I'm the best suited for that. All right.
We don't need shiny right now, but if we do, I'll let you know. And then I will. I mean, would I have like a contact, like a string of contacts in town, or
Do you have it on your character sheet?
no? But like, how would I?
I've been on the
In
impression
game.
that you have been, up until this point, kind of operating on your own.
Yeah, but how would I like normally find objects? Right? Do I have something to detect objects? Like, there's magic around, so I
Do you
just kind
have
of
any
like
of
have
these
been
things?
lucking into.
You just track down weird news articles
Okay.
and then find items attached to them.
Okay.
Like, this is kind of like your first like official I just Kaidoru mission, because they don't
Okay.
do this very often. Because usually it's just you come across an object, but with something as slippery as the quill,
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to break into the police station.
Perfect.
I have a military badge, or government issue at least.
Well, can you find out for sure if they have the quill?
Let me check in, police station, double check.
All right.
Interview those who made the discovery, I should say.
I'll scour the net.
Our man should be in the hospital. I'm pretty sure we know somebody who's fixing the hospital.
Hmm?
Or any ambulances who made it
He
on.
was killed.
The guy that was hit by a car
Yeah, right.
right after breaking his deal with the devil.
yeah.
He died. Okay.
An ambulance must have went on the scene to try. Maybe one of them. Might
Yeah.
have seen
You
something.
use any connection you got. See what we can find.
So at the airport,
Meanwhile, back at the airport, what I was going to say was I didn't just bring flowers. I went and researched the country that she had been in, and I got a bottle of wine from that country as like a welcome home, but you'll still have a piece of your vacation. And then I got her a new sight for her rifle, and then I also did get flowers. And I will get her a gift certificate to a spa.
How long did it take for you to get that when you were on the way?
Well, no, I knew she
You
was
knew
coming
she
back
was
for
coming
2
back,
weeks,
yeah.
so...
Do you think she'll have brought me anything?
I mean, she tends to be pretty thoughtful. She's rather caring, and I just miss her so much.
I'm sure she missed you too. Did she call?
No, she texted a week ago to say that she didn't really ever want to come back, but she knew I couldn't handle anything without her. So, because of her responsibility to me and how useless I am, she would come back to help.
Do you think she still fancies that man she went with?
I think she probably lost him within the first few days after he paid
Oh, I
for
hope
everything.
so. That would be delightful.
Could you guys make wits plus composure rolls while you are chit-chatting with each other?
Wits plus composure.
I could have swore I pushed my dice out.
You could also use this as well.
Okay.
So just one success.
One success.
And then two. All right. Iris, you notice out of the corner of your eye the strangest looking man in a full trench coat, popped collar, and hat you've ever seen in your life. His arms are dangling, like his arms are way too short for the sleeves of his coat, and he's wobbling as if like this back and forth.
Levi, do you see that man over there? He looks like a classic villain in a noir.
It might as well be three children trying to sneak into an R-rated movie. How ridiculous. And a trench coat. It's September in Arizona. It's like 110 outside. Jesus.
Very silly.
Hmm.
Does he see us looking at him, or?
He's like walking away from you.
Oh, okay.
Now, did Levi do the classy thing and buy 2 cheap tickets so he can meet her at her arrival gate?
Of course.
Okay.
What
So
are
you're
you
standing
standing
there.
for? I am nothing but not creature of
I took that from Veronica.
politeness.
The
Uh,
security in the States is so lax at the airport.
Is it true? Is it more rigid? I thought it was the opposite in other countries.
In Germany it was pretty serious.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so you're there at the arrival gate, and
We take off our shoes. That's so silly.
what am I going to put in my shoes? And you guys didn't go through security because you're with Levi.
Oh. It was so IP.
I may not open doors, but I open doors. 7-Eleven versus metaphorical. Yes.
I wasn't there for that, but excellent.
I thought it was
he told us.
I probably heard about it, yes.
So you get to the gate, and the flight seems to be delayed.
Oh, delays.
I go and buy a bottle of water for a little bowl for Seb as we're waiting.
I'm gonna find a drink.
About 2 hours go by. And you finally look up at the screen, and you no longer see her flight number.
I'll go up to an official.
How can I help you?
Hello, we're waiting for somebody from flight A1349.
Okay.
It was delayed.
According to this, you're at the wrong gate. That flight arrived an hour ago over in the seas.
All right, over to the seas.
I'll call her. I'll ring her.
There is no answer to her cell phone.
Anything over in sea?
You go over to see, and yeah, the flight did release an hour ago.
How odd. She knew I was coming. Why didn't she
Well,
call
and
me?
the screen showed this gate that you were at the entire time.
I'll text her as well.
No response.
Do we
like
think we
this.
could get the security cam footage from the airport?
Check the door.
Let's see if the password is password.
It'd probably be a little more serious than that.
In my experience with these things, they just have a little sticky note above the computer.
In his vast personal experience.
What do you think? Should we try that?
Should we talk to airport security and just ask first, or?
That's a good. Yes,
Maybe?
that's a good medium.
Wait. Flowers and bottle of wine and discreetly wrapped gift.
Oh, maybe they can do a page on the intercom.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's ask for a page.
Hello.
Request a page.
Who are you wishing to page?
Carol.
Last name.
You don't know her last name?
It's never mattered before. Damon?
Carol Demon.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's a perfectly
Smooth.
fine last name.
Smooth.
D-A or D-E?
D-A-E.
D-A-E. All right. And he pages to the white courtesy phone. Anything else I can assist you with?
Oh, yes. Do you have security footage of the last plane that landed?
Yes.
Can you check and see if she got off the plane and where she might have gone?
You want me to go and check the security cam footage for somebody I've never met before?
I have a picture of her.
I don't.
It's the picture that she sent me of her there. It's the woman, of course.
I mean, you could go to her arrival gate and ask the stewardess there.
Okay. So you will not look at the security footage then?
I'm customer service. I don't have access to the security footage of an international airport, ma'am.
Okay.
Gate it is!
All right. We're running all over this airport.
I gotta tone him down. Levi wouldn't be this ridiculous. He's lived a long time.
He's also lived a long time. Think about your grandfather in this situation.
True.
And, I mean, maybe we waited 10 minutes to see if she called the courtesy
Yeah.
call, but I'm assuming she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
Hello. Were you a stewardess on flight A?
1439.
I'm clearly a man. First of all.
Steward, then.
The term is just flight attendant.
Flight attendant. Yes, you're right.
It's 2019, Grandpa.
Give her some. She seems very upset. He seems very upset.
I'm 28.
Mm-hmm.
You look like 30 on a good day.
Maybe 28 on Fire Island.
Okay, I can see we're getting off to a bit of a rough start. We are
Do you
very
remember
worried.
Studio 54?
I have a 3 in presence.
It's-
Thank you very much.
Sometimes that works against you, remember?
Oh, I can see you're feeling threatened, but we just have a quick question.
That's funny because we've already been here like 10 minutes.
We are very worried about our friend. She was on the flight, and we were going to pick her up, but we were at the wrong gate. There was a bit of confusion. Is there any way you've seen this woman?
Who's he?
He's a very famous football player, so that is interesting. That's why we're very
There's a
worried.
woman in this picture?
Yes!
Oh, there she is. I
Thank
see her with the bad roots.
She's very tiny compared to him.
No, I didn't see her.
Is there anybody else that was
Is there
on the
any
flight?
chance that maybe she was frumpy or didn't have that bad dye job?
She'd just been in Europe for a couple of weeks. She might have been a bit ragged.
With him?
No, she wasn't with him. She gets around.
Naughty. No, sorry fam, I don't recognize her.
You don't have access to the security footage of the airport, do you?
I mean, what's it worth to you? I may or may not have a connection with a security guard.
Oh.
Oh.
I have $20.
Done it for less. Meet me in hallway 37B in 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
As we're like waiting, I like retuck in my shirt tighter to like show off and like just kind of adjust things to kind of bring up, make sure the Rolex is visible above the sleeve.
So very
not a feeling I
swiftly-
like.
So very swiftly into this whole process, you realize you have no idea what hallway 27B means. As none of the hallways are labeled. And the gates in B end at 20.
I think he just stole my $20.
Pull out my wallet. 50?
Well, but he's gone.
No, I mean just for you.
Oh, no, it's fine, Levi. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Carol now. I ring her again. Is it straight to voicemail? Okay. Did she ever give us the number of the guy that she went with? Did she ever give us the number of the guy she went
She
with?
even gave you his name.
Oh, of course.
She went to Europe with Sven, and then she met some other guy who was hotter than Sven, and then she spent a couple of days with this German model, and then it's just been a whirlwind.
Do I
That
know?
a girl.
That's my girl. Do we know for sure she got on the plane?
And unfortunately, the 38 text messages that Lucia sent all went unread. So
Okay. But, like, did she call me from the plane? Like, do I know for sure she was on the plane? Or
you
do
know
we need
for
to
sure
verify
she
that?
was in the airport in Europe, and then she turned off her phone for the plane. So
Okay. So I guess we need to... I guess we could ask someone if they know what hallway 27B is. But I kind of think she stole that money from me. Or
I
he,
mean-
damn it.
It can't hurt to ask.
Okay, let's do that. Hopefully we'll find someone a little less...
Rude. Incredibly rude.
Yes, rude.
And with a terrible judge of what is fashionable and attractive.
Agreed. Although he said nothing about me, so that's good.
who are you talking to?
Who was around us?
There's a janitor with headphones mopping, and then there's the people at the gates.
Tap the janitor.
Hello.
Hi, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. We were supposed to meet this lovely gentleman from...
What is name of gentleman?
Did I see? Can I roll that I saw his name tag?
You can try that, yeah.
What should I roll for that?
Let's do intelligence plus composure.
I was planning on reporting him to his manager, so...
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
4.
3 successes.
Okay, so the name tag read Stacy.
Okay. Stacy.
Stacy.
Stacy is girl's name.
Yes.
Are you sure you're not looking for a woman?
No.
He was very adamant that he was a man. Actually,
And
this is what he looked like.
and we're supposed
Oh, great wicked witch. Yes. Yes.
The Great Wicked Witch was in hallway 27B. Can you tell us where that is?
We do not number hallways. Why are you asking for hallway that is numbered?
Could you point us to the break room?
It is through there, but you need keycard.
I guess you don't have
If you are
to
looking
install-
for Wicked Witch, I say look at the Starbucks. There is beautiful stallion of man that he is obsessed with there. If you see Wicked Witch, tell him that he owes me. He owes Koshka.
Koshka,
Koshka.
you are clearly a wonderful man, and we appreciate your assistance in this matter.
Yes.
We'll make sure the Wicked
For
Witch...
drugs, to clarify, he owes me for drugs.
Can I get a... Would you mind saying that into a phone?
What?
No, are you cop?
No.
I do not know you. I am a citizen of this country.
To the Bucks.
Unless
To the box.
you need drugs.
Well, now hang on. I just gave my last 20 away, but
He very swiftly moves away from you, thinking you are now for sure police officers.
this airport is staffed with some real characters.
We should hang out here more. I like it. We're gonna go to Starbucks.
Koshka just got a vote for MVP.
Yes. Koshka.
Okay, so we go to Starbucks.
So you see the flight attendant talking to this utter beefcake of a man who's being obviously very work polite.
Oh, he is a stallion of a man.
I walk up to the counter as if to order.
Uh-oh. He's rolling.
Oh my god. Sorry, this book is so big and Mark's house has no room for me to read.
Yeah, it's the house.
1, 2. Okay. So as you start approaching the Starbucks, Stacy sees you and starts making a beeline for one of the key card exits.
Okay.
Stacy, dear. Chase after him.
Okay. You see he kind of waves at security and goes, "Help, a stalker!" And then
Two of
cards
us?
himself into a room, and 2 gentlemen, armed gentlemen, approach you. Can we help you?
Yes, I'm so sorry. We were told to see Stacy about a lost bag, and he just sprinted. It was very strange.
The Wicked Witch?
Yes, unfortunately.
About a lost bag. You want to tell me what's really going on?
Stacy is a very rude individual that told us that they were going to help us find one of our friends that got lost off of a flight, and then stiffed my friend here for $20 and vanished. We ran into the very nice man Koshka, who told us where to find the damn creature.
The troll?
The troll, yes.
Koshka the troll?
Yes.
More like
Wow.
coach. No.
So you're saying your friend is missing and you didn't immediately go to a security personnel?
Well, we actually asked at the front counter for security, and they said that they couldn't access it.
That you asked for a member of security to come and talk to you, and they told you that that would not be allowed?
They just said they couldn't access it.
So I'm confused. Access what?
Security.
But we have walkie-talkies. Why couldn't they access us?
I don't know. I'm so sorry. here trying to find a friend. I'm not exactly sure how your organization works.
Can you help us find our friend who exited a plane?
Yes, of course. I mean, I can go and check the security cam footage. Do you have their name, flight number, and maybe a description?
Yes. It's Flight A.
1439.
Carol Damon.
Okay.
Here is a picture of her. She is the woman in the
He is
picture.
gorgeous.
I know, isn't he?
I can't imagine why any woman would choose any other one.
Unfortunately, he was not with her, and I think he
Just looks
might
like a
bat for
real
the other
bear,
team.
You know what I mean? Like, just he has like an
It's
animalistic
like a
energy.
polar
to it.
bear. I don't know why I'm thinking polar, but he's
Yes, he has a
Salt
strong
pepper.
musk about
And that
him. It was
beard doesn't even
intoxicating.
look real.
It might not have been.
So he's like, okay, give me like an hour.
Okay, darling. We appreciate your help.
Do you mind if we wait at the Starbucks here?
That's fine.
All right.
Calling Carol again. Okay.
I'm going to try to butter up the Starbucks attendant with a large
Nice.
tip. Because
Okay.
we're going to be friends.
Make a presence plus appropriate social role of your choosing.
Appropriate social role of my choosing. Okay. I have a specialty in socialize, so we'll go with that one.
I think that's actually the best one, too. Because I don't see seduce on here.
It really should be a seduce on
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion.
True that.
3 successes.
Okay.
Seduce.
So what are you saying to him?
Just kind of like starting with like just a real casual, like pleasantries kind of thing, and then moving into. So looks like the Wicked Witch of the West spends a lot of time around here.
Who?
The real chatty flight attendant.
Stacy.
Who's Stacy?
Yeah.
Why would you call her such a mean name?
3. Every single person that we've met actually has referred to them as that.
Oh, I just don't buy into negativity, I guess.
That's so wonderful.
How high did I have to roll?
You're still talking to him, aren't you? Just because he thinks you're a terrible person doesn't mean he isn't talking to you.
You're right. We should try to end such talk. Next time that we hear them referred to
You
that
should
way.
come to my yoga.
I'm glad she took my $20.
You guys should come to my hot yoga.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really kind of helps get all of the negativity out.
Yeah, you gotta sweat it out, man.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Everyone keeps their anger in the bottoms of their feet.
Yeah.
So we heat the floor so that the bottom of your feet sweat more than the rest of you, so that the hatred and anger can escape back into the earth. And then it gets recycled by snails.
From a medical perspective, I don't know. I 100% agree.
Are you a medical doctor?
I am.
Oh, so how does it feel to know that you're slowly killing America?
That's not my intention at all.
I'm just saying.
Do you have a card or something that we might be able to
Yeah, I got free. Hey, show this. Get you in. First lesson's free, of course. No obligation, but there is a monthly membership and a yearly membership. The yearly membership saves you a lot of money, actually, in the long run. And I believe Stacy's actually in my class. So if you were looking to meet up with Stacy, that would be a great way.
Oh, I'm not looking to see Stacy ever again, actually.
But you probably shouldn't come to my class. But my friend Chad, he's got a class on the opposite day. And his is really good. It's cold yoga because it's all about freezing the fat cells in your body.
I am so sorry, my phone is going off, but I'm excited about this opportunity, and we will see you next week.
All right, but I haven't finished explaining how the polar bears.
Oh no, it's very important. I'm so sorry. It's my grandmother. She's been very ill.
But your phone isn't ringing.
Oh yes, it is. It's on silent.
And I just don't want to talk to you anymore. Go away.
Dearest grandmama,
Grandma.
I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better. Yoga did it. Oh my, hot yoga indeed. The floors, you say?
Your grandmother's quite hip, isn't she?
There's nobody on the phone.
Okay. I guess I should call you guys and update you on what's happening. Or have you heard from Carol too? Which one would I call?
You'd probably call Zach first.
Oh, okay.
You would know that he is not heard.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello, Zach. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, we're a bit worried. Carol apparently got off a flight, but we totally missed her. Have you heard from her?
No.
And you haven't seen her at the restaurant? You're
No,
there,
'cause
right?
I've totally been there all day. Yeah, no, she hasn't been around.
Oh, ask him how the mosaic's looking.
Oh, Levi wants to know how the mosaic is coming out. I want them to make sure they capture Seb's essence.
Yes, that's very important.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic.
And only Italian model.
Only Italian marble, right?
Of course.
I put it on
Okay.
speaker.
Did you get to throw anything in his face? I didn't like this one.
No, it worked out from the beginning, so there was no
Pity.
throwing. But we'll see how it ends. Once he's finished, maybe we'll have to.
Oh, but he's done with the work. I don't want to bother him anymore. But,
So you get a text message on your phone saying it's a cancellation notice due to no one answering the door at the restaurant from your mosaic artist.
Oh, what interesting timing.
11 o'clock.
Hank, you can take a beat for what I'm doing to you.
He made his choice. He left.
so you say you haven't heard anything from Carol, Zach?
No.
All right. Zachariah, you're fired. Click.
All right, we wait the hour. Does he come back?
Oh, yeah, the security guard.
Levi's like, why are we still here? I have to go and get a new mosaic artist at this time of day?
No, Benson does that for him.
And maybe actually while we're waiting, I have him stay there and I do like a lap around the airport just to see if I see her anywhere.
You don't see her anywhere.
Of course not.
So the security guy comes back and is like, so a couple weird things. I'm glad you brought this to our attention.
Mm-hmm.
That plane was supposed to land in A23, but there was a computer system error, and the plane and the specific gate that they were routed to were made aware of a change of gate. Even the control tower was unaware. So for all intents and purposes, that plane should have landed at A23. I checked my security cam footage, and strangest thing, there was moss over the camera, so we got nothing. We've since removed the moss, obviously, but yeah, we have nothing from that time frame.
Do you have the moss? I know that's a strange question, but...
No, we threw it away. We didn't keep the moss.
Did anybody touch it?
Yeah, I removed
With like
it myself.
your bare skin, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see your hands? Anything out of the ordinary on his hands?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help then. I think something is very wrong and I'm very worried.
Okay, so we have 3 kids in a trench coat.
How is that related?
The witch. I'm just trying to recount everything strange that's happened today. The great evil witch, the bridge troll, and now a security guard that touched some moss.
All these nicknames seems exhausting, remembering 2 names
I
forever.
know, Sorry, this is your system, not ours.
Now, wasn't there some
I'm sorry, are
sort
you discussing this in front of me?
Yeah, we do.
Well, I said thank you. I thought it would go away.
I thought so too.
Oh,
When
sorry,
you turned
bye.
to me and talked to me, I was like, I assumed you would have waited for him to walk away before talking about
Okay, sorry. Do you want him to not have walked away?
It doesn't matter. Either way, it's fine.
Okay.
We haven't said anything like... It's been pretty innocuous, right?
I guess. I'm about to go weird, so he can go away.
Yes. Have a nice rest of your day. Thank you so much for the help.
You don't want to file a police report or missing persons report or anything?
Well, can we do that before 48 hours?
I mean, if your friend is actually missing, then yeah, we can put in a report with our system.
I mean, that would be fantastic if you could.
All right. So you spend the next like 10, 20 minutes giving him, answering all of his questions and getting all the information. If we haven't received anything or found her luggage in the next 24 hours, we will report it to the police.
Well, thank you. We'll look forward to hearing more. Hopefully, you'll
I
find
have your
things
contact
before then.
information. So.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now
Officer?
Paladin. Officer Paladin.
Okay.
Officer what?
Paladin. Yes, thank you. Shake his hand and exit the security office, I guess.
Now, wasn't there moss growing in that strange bunker when we helped that
That was
fallen
more
agent?
fungus.
Oh, it was fungus. There's a
that was very moss-like, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I think it's moss. I didn't take samples. So could this be Chiron group related?
It seems a little sloppy for them.
And for what purpose?
And I haven't seen any black sedans or Range Rovers or anything pulling up on the tarmac, so...
Oh, are you guys on the way to your car, by the way? Are you
Yeah.
leaving the airport? Okay.
I assume, right? Or
Yeah.
You drove?
Sure.
Okay.
We get to the car.
So as you approach your car is completely covered in grass and pink flamingos. One of which is holding a
Live
message. No, like lawn flamingos.
Okay.
One of them is holding a message in its mouth.
I read the message.
It reads, "Bring the quill, or you'll never see your friend again."
Oh my god, what madness is this? A quill? Who uses a quill now?
And to clarify, your entire car is covered in live grass.
I love how they just were like, you must give us this quill, but let's make your life so much harder by putting all this grass on your car.
I'd offered to call a car, but that didn't go well last time. The only person I can imagine really using one would be Lucius. I think I've seen him sign documents with quills before.
Well, I mean, whoever these people are, they probably know we're associated with him. Maybe he will know, and let's call him.
Quill, question mark?
Oh yeah, we just texted. Should we just get an Uber? I don't know what to do.
I'm up for that, but you should order it.
Okay.
Because, yes, I'm just a little wary right now.
Okay, so I text Lucius, "Where are you? Urgent," and then I call the Uber.
I text Lucius, Quill, question mark?
At home, doing research.
Okay, we're on the way. Uber.
What? How did you know about the quill?
Snap a picture of the grass car with the flamingo sticking out at odd angles.
What could the Oh, I take a sample of the grass too. Before we
I don't know. I mean, do I know anything about what?
Could you make a breaking point roll?
I don't know how to make a breaking point roll.
Is it
So
an
it'd
artifact?
be based on your integrity. What's your integrity? 5?
6.
Okay, so you get 4 dice.
Sorry.
How do I know what my integrity is?
I just
Morality.
It's your morality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then just not plus anything.
Nope.
2 successes.
2 successes. So you have a flash of PTSD as you immediately recognize the vile machinations of your greatest foe.
Londo.
I knew it.
Grass.
You have what appears to be a lawn gnome problem.
We're on our way to your house.
Don't take the car.
We're not taking the car.
Okay. Get to the house or his shop.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think you guys thought you guys were in Phoenix, but you're at the Tucson airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
TA.
Oh, that would be
Which that makes sense. Yeah. All the weirdness.
So you arrive at Lucius's house. I'm assuming you guys are also there.
I was going to the police station, trying to just go
But-
in, walk in, see what I can do.
Probably be with Lucius because I already called it a day anyway. So
Yep, you already missed the
Apparently on
mosaic
fire.
guy. Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it anymore.
Come in.
Yes.
Beck,
hello.
What did you
Zach,
do?
I'm
Zach.
right there. I'm right
back
there.
something.
What did you do to upset these law gnomes?
Well, they gave us this, and I'll hand you the paper with the quill information on it.
I don't think we did anything.
And they have Carol.
That woman has she's just like a magnet for trouble.
She is. So what do I know about law gnomes?
You know that they're incredibly vicious,
Yep.
incredibly dangerous, and that's about it.
How do we get a hold of them? There's no way to get a hold of these.
You also know that they are fey creatures, so they primarily live in fairy, only coming into the this plane of existence to. They're basically servants of greater fey powers. So a very common favor that like a fey will grant a mortal or wizard or something will be lawn gnomes to take care of their landscaping. But outside of that, lawn gnomes have very, very many treacherous things that they do.
Like stealing planes.
So I just want to get out of
Well,
hiring.
we're looking for this quill. My mentor gave me a lead on it. Well, not really a lead. It's in the area. We haven't really been able to track anything down. Beck's checking out police stations to see if we
Just
can
real
track
quick,
anything there.
Beck, everyone you talk to thinks you're a crazy person for looking for a fancy feather pen.
I'll just show them just the government badge. Like, I know it's ridiculous. Just listen. And I
No
know
one has
that
any
it's-
information.
Yeah, right.
It might
Alright.
have sentimental value. Not that
Alright.
crazy.
I'll close it. Look like, thank you for wasting my time.
And they didn't give you a place or a time or anything to drop off the quill.
No.
They just grew a bunch of grass on my car.
Yeah, they're slippery shits.
Gross. Ugh. Okay,
So finding this quill is important.
Yes.
could we use the quill to break the contract on this threat, which is kind of like a contract on this written?
Well, the
Well-
last one who used the quill got hit by a car, so I don't know if that might be by a semi, a big car. So I don't know if that's a good idea necessarily.
Okay. Understandable.
I mean, we just need to get the quill and give it to the gnomes. That's all there is to it at this point.
Yes, I mean if we need to get Carol back, so
Yeah.
So that might not be a fantastic idea.
So
Because you know the only thing that keeps lawn gnomes in check is their binding to the greater fae. So if they had an object like the quill of Thomas Jefferson, they could free themselves from said binding, which is the only thing that keeps them.
I'll say that's the class.
So they can literally break any contract with this.
Yes, but they have Carol. So
Right.
that
I'm not saying Carol's not important, but also we need
And to clarify,
figure
they
something
can break
else.
any contract as long as breaking the contract would gain them independence.
okay.
So I think we still have two separate things here. We got to find Carol, and we've got to do the quill. I don't think that we can give the quill to these things. Like,
Sorry, did anybody else hear that? There was a strange rustling noise.
do we think
that
they
was
know?
one thing that I did wrong. One thing.
Do we think they know what the quill looks like? We could just go get another quill and pretend it's the quill.
I'm sure they'll see if it's magical or not.
Okay.
Yeah, fey creatures. I mean, do I know if they would have probably taken Carol back to?
So your main
Fairy?
interaction with lawn gnomes is smashing them with a giant hammer in
Mhm.
bloody combat. So it's not like you've ever been able to trace them back to
Okay.
anything like that.
Do you
You've never been to Fairy yourself, but
Do you still have that camera?
I've been with him.
You cross
For
over
a
for
hot
like a
second?
second.
Yeah, but I mean, like before that
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. Like,
Got it.
So, is this yet another reason we now have to go into Fairy?
I don't want to go back.
I don't either.
I didn't want.
I wasn't even there in the first place, but
Yeah.
but now there's another reason for us to go.
What time is it right now? In theory?
Well, you guys spent like what 3 hours at the airport? So it's probably like 5 or 6.
I would have made it
I
back.
step out and I call the artist, the tile artist dude.
Yes,
Hi, I was supposed to meet you today to install.
yes, and you are very rude, and you are not there.
I'm sorry.
I spit at you.
Can I reschedule for another day?
Yes, I don't have a lot going on. What would you like to reschedule?
Does tomorrow work?
Yes.
Okay. What time?
What time is good for you?
Okay.
Earlier the better.
I will charge you cancellation fee.
Okay.
I can be there at 9.
Okay. I will be there at 9. Italian marble, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Only the best for my clients.
Always. I walk back in.
Tile mosaics are not a very booming field.
Right. But I have nothing going on.
I don't have much going on.
Well, we could split. I don't know.
I mean, where do we even start?
I mean, I'm busy tomorrow morning, so like, I don't know what.
Well, the quickest way to find lawn gnomes is to find a well-manicured lawn.
Are all lawn gnomes Fey lawn gnomes?
No, I mean, like, there's obviously little statues that aren't lawn gnomes, but
It's
like,
possible that some.
well-manicured lawn is probably home to lawn gnomes, or at least somewhere that they would visit.
It has to be like a nicely done one though, not like
Shall
just taken care
we
of.
split up?
I mean, the house across the street from me has like the most perfect lawn I've ever seen in my life.
And you ever see them working on it?
Nope. They're never even home.
Shall we split up? Half of us try to track down and capture a lawn gnome. Half of us continue to look for the quill.
Sounds good.
Why not?
You killed lawn gnomes? Just smashing or anything else?
I mean, I'll go with you since I've killed them before. But just
Well,
smashing worked.
We also need to
Smashing.
you as the artifact man to check out where you can find the quill.
You're in high demand this week, Lucius.
Mm.
I think your services are probably better with the quill.
With the quill? All
I
right.
have no idea.
Lawn
what to
gnomes,
look for.
as long as we can find them, I think he and I can do a good job of smashing them.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Shiny and the replacement go after lawn gnomes. Levi, I need your connections, and Iris, I need your help as well with the quill.
Of course.
Kind of like that. Call me agent replacement. Let's go, man.
All right.
Where would you like to start?
Were those words?
This guy's having such a hard month.
I don't know where I lost his brain.
It's like right around when we got attacked by the guy, the hand, right? That's when it all
Yeah.
went downhill. I haven't had any luck scouring the internet for anything. Can you put your roots out there, see if you can find anything weird happening?
Yes, of course. I'll reach out.
Was the man that was killed, was he taken to the hospital or was he killed instantly?
I imagine killed instantly, getting hit by a semi. But I don't know. Beck would
His
Do
probably.
I
body
know
would have been
anybody in the
taken to the
morgue?
morgue.
My butters. I call the morgue. I don't know. Or should I just
you
go
just
down
show
there?
up.
I'll
I mean,
just go
like,
down
you
there.
have access to the morgue.
Big dick in the
All
joint.
right.
Show me.
The celebrity and all.
Show me the body.
Levi, you actually get a hit. You go onto your like message board where all of your like college students that are in your scholarship like basically praise you. And like 3 of them are ranting and raving about how they got out of their T-Mobile contracts.
That is the hardest thing.
That's incredibly abnormal. I'm going to kind of reach out and ask if there's more information because my contract has been very frustrating as well.
Have you checked? They say back.
I was lying, but I'll look at my phone contract. It wasn't with T-Mobile, but...
Oh, if it's not with T-Mobile, then yeah, no.
Are any of you T-Mobile? Anybody?
I'd probably be T-Mobile. It's cheap.
Can somebody ask
Wait,
Zach
you're not
if there's
talking
anything
to me
going
right
on
now.
with his contract?
I text you.
I also imagine that Zach's phone's really old, so he's been out of contract for a while.
No, when we had Doug, I got an iPhone.
Oh, okay. You are not in contract on that iPhone. You are ready for an upgrade.
I guess I'm ready for a new phone, even though I just got this one like a couple months ago. And it says it's like, yeah.
I guess he got out of his contract. Weirdly.
That seems like a silly thing to use a relic for, but alright.
I'm also trying to figure out where I would trace it back to. Like, who did it? Because that's everybody, that's, a million people across the country, some odd.
Some college student.
I would love to know who is responsible for this so that I can thank them.
I don't know, man. My phone contract, I got it at this place, and it's the same one that you got yours at.
We have a lead.
Well,
Let's go.
shall we go?
Who's on gnome hunting duty? You two? Why did you send the two people who have never done it before?
Because I wanted to go. They
Monster.
convinced me
Well, no,
otherwise.
I figured that I would think you'd be more help with the quill, but that's you.
So you go to your neighbor's house
Uh-huh.
with the pristine lawn.
Mhm.
They're out of town.
Always.
You're
Like once a month for a day.
What are you doing to try and lure out this lawn gnome?
I think I got an idea. Can I see your sword for a second?
Do they like Cheez-Its?
Does it need to be a sword or a knife work?
Big knife.
Yeah, it's a Bowie knife.
That works beautifully, actually. Just go to a hedge and lop a piece of it off.
Wow. Aggressive.
Walk over, give it back to you. Let's just watch, and then. Oh no, we're dead, man.
Can I say preemptively that I did my armor?
Oh no, something happens almost immediately. Could you make a stamina roll for me, please,
my
bud?
God.
Just stamina, anything else?
Yes, just stamina.
Oh, mother of God.
10. Just one.
Please
don't die.
Just one?
Yeah.
You take 4 lethal damage as a large chunk of your forearm is like rent from your arm.
I call you shit.
It's kind of like.
You also hear something like literally like Chucky like skimpering behind you.
Lucius,
Yeah.
are these?
I'll have both my guns ready and be
Your phone
prepared.
is not working, as it is completely and utterly covered in morning glories from the inside out.
Beck.
Cool.
Right.
I
He
need
said smash him.
initiatives.
Beck, I'm kidding.
How
If I was
far
in
away
against
are
killing
we?
people, I would kill you right now.
We're at like Grant and Alver,
11.
10.
and they're at Grant and Mountain.
Well, we don't know something's wrong.
But like, I
so-
took on Mom Gnomes by myself, so you guys should be fine, right?
Yeah, but you knew better than to like fuck with their lawn. You like
Yeah.
stalked them, found like snuck up on them, and then smashed them. Like you didn't just openly fight them.
Well,
I had a good idea there. It's like, oh, lawn gnomes. I figured they'd be like, come back in like 30 minutes as we hide on the other side of the.
Oh right.
our replacement
So-
might need a replacement.
Agent replacement is coming to be replaced.
Oh, no.
So Zach and Beck, you watch as this small, shiny kind of creature with a red pointy hat is literally spider climbing, stuttering up this wall and then it kind of turns this way, and you see that its face is filled with centipedes and worms and tiny little hissing mouths. And you watch as its head keeps rolling back and starts elongating and hissing at you. And then it jumps at Levi. What's your defense?
Not Levi.
3.
Beck.
3.
Okay.
Thank God.
You're magically there. Okay. It leaps at you. As it's sailing through the air, it seems to elongate even further as a mouth opens up down its torso. And this purple goo is falling out of it and sizzling on the ground. It flies towards your head, and you manage to dodge out of the way as it then rolls to a stop, turning towards you. And you hear a...
Is that normal for a lawn gnome?
If you were Lucius, you would realize that it's calling reinforcements, but you are not. So,
You could have gave them some pointers before they went off
I
on
feel
their
like
own.
I did give them pointers before they left.
Smash.
Like, I didn't know that as a person, so I feel like my character gave them pointers before they left.
You're right, he probably would
And I
have.
just like sending them off into the weeds.
Good luck.
well, you assumed they would do things the way you did.
Yeah,
Things,
okay.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like you told Beck specifically not to piss them off.
Yeah.
Probably would have. Probably not.
I sent you to your deaths.
It's a hilarious joke.
Whichever one
He's
of you
first.
I should have gotten home and put my armor on and seen you across the street.
Just run, man.
I'm not gonna leave you alone.
I'm gonna run.
Back, I'll be back.
Yeah. Where's my armor?
Here's my super suit.
Why do you want to know?
'Cause I need it.
And they were roommates.
I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
It's a lot of dice.
Jesus.
Subtract 4 from
I love how
that,
you were
buddy.
like, I gotta grab each
Subtract
one.
4 from that.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Mate, you still have 25.
The non-colorful ones I see.
1,
Oh,
2.
2 successes.
And you're attacking, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay, with your sword?
Great sword.
Great sword.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is an archaic weapon. Was it hand forged?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. And you got 2 successes?
Mm-hmm.
So you chunk this thing deep into this lawn gnome. Part of its shoulder cracks as its ceramic is broken, and you hear it. Your turn, Beck.
Right. I will have pull both my pistols. Like, you sure you want to do this? We came asking to see where we bring the quill. Or if I don't see any reaction, I'm going to fire.
Okay. Hang on 2 seconds. What kind of guns are they?
Pistols.
But like, are they very modern pistols?
Somewhat modern.
Okay.
Do they have cold iron bullets?
It's very
Cold
hard to find
rolled
cold
steel.
iron bullets.
Steel.
Steel is not iron.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it doesn't count.
And they would mostly be lead, too, if it's a regular one.
So
No, that's not
your guns do not fire.
Oh, I didn't fire yet until I saw a reaction. So I'm guessing I see like weed starting to sprout from them. I was like, shit. Be ready to pistol whip one of them instead as that, but I'm waiting to see if they...
Oh no, this thing cannot be reasoned with. You're not even sure if this thing can talk.
Alright, then I'll just hit it with the butt of my gun.
There's a sword in the back of my Jeep.
Alright, I'll run to the back of the Jeep.
So you run towards the gate of this, and you realize that the entire gate is like one solid object.
Oh, fantastic.
Like it
Beck,
does not
I'm
open.
literally gonna kill you. If they don't kill you, I'm gonna kill you.
Just turn and throw the gun.
Okay.
It's like, "Yeah."
What?
Make an improvised athletics
Is
roll.
the gun
So,
Plus athletics.
I'm gonna bust a willpower. 1 success. I moved that one. What's the 2 success?
So you toss it and it just
It hits him but doesn't hurt him.
Oh.
My turn? No, it's
I was kind of like
yeah.
prepare myself to die. Like you're up, man.
what is your defense?
Prepare myself to die.
That's a good question.
Wait, he's got a Bowie knife. I'm gonna go get that from him later.
So defense is 2.
You do have that. He gave it to you.
Yeah.
You give it.
Oh, I gave it back to him. I went.
Oh, no,
'cause
all of this
the attack-
happened
Oh, then I had the Bowie knife. I would have attacked with that.
You
With
would
the same roll.
Yeah.
These things are horrifying.
So right now it's 2.
Okay, 2. Okay, so the creature scrambles up your sword, literally like reforming itself around the blade that you stuck into it, because it almost seems like ceramic, but it also like changes and moves, and it is taken on a completely non-gnome shape. It's just writhing tentacles and insects and soil. It runs up your sword and just launches itself into your chest, 1,000 little mouths sticking into your chest as you take 3 lethal damage.
Can I kill you?
It's your turn.
Come in a while.
So
Lucius,
they
just
can't
know,
run
The back thing's
away.
completely different.
Can I? Is there a way to attack it when it's like?
Oh yeah, you can still like, I mean, it's difficult, but like you can still strike it.
Okay.
Or like maybe twirl your sword and it'll get thrown off.
It's stuck
No,
in
it's
his
in my
chest.
chest.
Yeah.
4 successes.
Okay, so you took the -4?
Yeah.
Okay. So you rip it out of your chest and kind of toss it up like a T-ball.
Yes.
And just kind of like slice this thing in half, and it kind of falls to the ground and it kind of bubbles and spurts before like dissipating completely. You who are at the gate can suddenly, like, the lock's no longer fused as you are freed from this thing's presence.
Well, I'm pretty sure Carol's losing a limb.
Get back to the Jeep.
Do the Jeep.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna call Iris.
Hello.
Where are you?
They need medical attention.
I'm just like, what?
I'm slowly bleeding out of my chest.
Well, I
And
guess
his-
I tell you where we are because I
His
don't know where
arm
we
is
are.
keep
but-
dangling.
Yeah. Little orphans.
I guess we were en route to somewhere, right?
T-Mobile.
Oh, T-Mobile.
You guys are there by now.
I think there's one at Park Place.
Okay.
No, we had to
so-
go to the specific one that you got your contract from.
Which would have been Park Place, probably. That's closest.
There's one in Campbell and Glen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there. Which we're right by there, so.
Okay, but you told me you need medical attention, so I'm gonna have to drop you guys off and go get. Or unless you want to come with
we're
me.
on the way.
Oh, you guys
We
are
got your
driving.
car.
But she needs a facility to give.
No,
you
they're
medical
not. She's not going to
attention.
patch you guys up at a T-Mobile.
It's like,
I know that. I was just trying to figure out where to go.
Patch them up while they
how
patch
about
your
the
calls.
safe house that we have
Never
that we never
use?
use?
Where is this? I forgot where the safe
That is a good point.
You guys have a safe house? Why was I not informed?
I mean, in all honesty, we're by my house. We could go to
Let's
my
just
house.
go there. Okay, I'll meet you there.
I believe we determined that the safe house is Dante's. So
Oh, yes. It's
Oh,
under
yeah.
construction right now.
Okay.
Right.
And his house is closer.
Yeah, so
Okay,
This
so
house is next to lawn gnomes.
it's across the street from the lawn gnomes. Oh, so I'm gonna use. Oh, crap. Oof.
all right. Sounds like Zach needs medical attention. So, do you guys want me to drop you
Oh.
off, or do you want to come with?
Did they piss off the lawn gnomes?
It sounds
I
like it
told
was
them not to
brutal.
piss off
Of
the lawn
course they
gnomes.
pissed off the lawn gnomes.
As you drive, you see
All gnomes seem very unreasonable too.
a small spattering of dust or clay, should it be,
Oh, God.
and then just a head, just like. Whoop.
You're dropping us off at T-Mobile then?
Unless you want to come, but
Okay,
I can drop you
so
off and then come
I
back.
have a question
Yeah.
for you, Rio.
Okay, drop you off. Zoom to Zach.
Since we were like
Oh.
out of
Ask Zach
commission for 2
if
weeks,
he let them in or not.
Okay.
I decided to take a new benediction.
He's bleeding,
I
but
don't
all
know.
right, I'll use sarcasm.
It's the
My pettiness
protection-
knows no bounds.
It's the protection one. There you
Saint
go.
Agatha.
Agrippa.
Yeah.
Agrippina.
You can start doing that if you would like.
Okay, so it's 1 minute per square yard. So you've been to my house, actually. How long do you think that would take to do that entire thing?
1 minute per square yard.
Yeah. You can rush it.
You would probably have to rush it.
Reducing the time per roll to 1 turn of the cost. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Because like you're well over 1,000 feet, and I don't want to do the math on.
Yeah,
1,000
I don't know.
minutes.
So over 300 minutes because it's a yard, yeah.
Hours, okay. So
The stream does make a good point. It's a good thing that you were ready for a phone upgrade.
yes, it is. My phone does not work.
Sponsored by T-Mobile.
The world is in danger.
My
Lord is in danger.
Goodness.
Ooh.
What is it that you're doing right now?
Getting a critical success or?
Exceptional.
Wow.
So that's a critical success.
It's exceptional.
Exceptional success.
Critical.
So okay, so protect area strength also gains a +1 bonus. Benediction +1 for general. Okay, so I'm specifically guarding against lawn gnomes.
Okay.
So it's a 6 now.
Okay.
Has a 6 strength rating against.
So they
Any
have
roll.
a 6 dice penalty to any roll to try and gain entrance to your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like
Because
warding
screw
your
those-
house?
Yeah,
That's
because
cool.
screw those lawn gnomes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to
Are
there.
you guys with her? Or are you guys
No, she dropped us off at T-Mobile.
okay?
I'm gonna sit down in a
Do you
chair.
guys want to
Keep my
do
arm from
T-Mobile
bleeding.
first, or have?
I do not care.
It's up to you.
Dealer Shores.
Levi, what do you want to do?
I'd like to go to T-Mobile.
Okay. Hi, welcome. My name's Eduardo, and how can I assist you today?
We are interested in a feather pen.
I'm sorry.
Feather pen.
We don't sell pens, sir. We sell cell phones and cell phone accessories.
Yes, but you have all of the contracts.
Are you happy with your current cell phone plan?
Oh, well, yes, because my contract was just released.
I'm sorry.
Yes, something in the...
Mine as well. We're both from. Well, we both got our phones here at this store. and
So
both
you're ready
of
for an
ours
upgrade?
Seems to have been.
That must be great for you right now. I'm sure there's so many upgrades coming in.
Yeah, there are a lot. I'm really hoping no one gets fired, but it seems every contract we've written is no longer valid. Apparently, we put in the information wrong on hundreds of them. So, yeah, I could definitely use the commission.
Now, who would be in charge of those contracts?
I don't know, T-Mobile?
No, who? Manager in the store.
I'm the current manager.
Can I do an insight to see if he knows anything about? Because he said
gonna
feather
be-
pen. Does that?
Wits plus composures.
You get the definite feeling that Eduardo is super scared for his life or his job, and he's very freaking out, and he's just trying to hold it together and make some commissions before everyone in his store gets fired.
When did this contract nonsense happen? When did you discover it happening?
Yesterday,
Who was working yesterday?
I don't know. Candy.
Candy. Okay. Is she working today?
No, she was let go.
I know this is none of our business, but do you mind if we ask why? Seems interesting timing.
Apparently, 6 or 7 boxes of iPhones went missing on her shift, so she was let go immediately.
How coincidental that a bunch of contracts were eliminated and then something horrible happened. Is there any way we could get a hold of her?
You want me to give you my ex-employee's personal information?
Yep.
Yes.
Why would I do that?
I mean, we could also go tell the other T-Mobile store that you released all these contracts as well.
I mean, they already think I did that, man. So,
Oh, they already know about it? Then shouldn't you be in trouble? Shouldn't you be
you're not paying attention.
behind bars or something?
I mean, it's all under investigation right now. I'm just trying to make it through the day, man.
If I could get you 6 commissions, would that get us any closer?
It would get me closer to paying my rent this month, yeah.
Do you take personal checks?
Technically, yes, but if you're trying to bribe me, that's a terrible way of going about it, because I have to wait for that check to clear.
Oh no, that was just to help pay for the contracts. I'm sorry. We can do if it's bribes, I could just give you what I have in
Yeah,
my
just
wallet.
bribe me.
Oh. Much quicker.
How much clearer do I have to be? I need to pay my rent.
I mean, I apparently always have $450 in my wallet, so
I don't have any money on me.
I start the day with 660 some odd. So.
Okay. Are you giving him this money? What are you doing?
Yes, yeah. I'm just. Was that good?
Stop at 100, like.
I'm going to go to the back room and leave my computer with the employee Rolodex up on the screen and get you that iWatch? What was it? Yeah, iWatch.
That hurts my soul.
Go over to the computer, check for the information.
Thank you. It seems everyone just needs a bribe here, so that's all we need
he
to
was very
do.
clear that he was desperate for money. I was trying to tell you guys.
Check the computer to see what we can find as far as candy.
He left it up on her employee information, so it was very easy.
Snap a picture with the phone and let's go. Text candy.
As you're texting Candy, you see a young Stacy with 3 of his friends walking towards Orange Julius.
What?
Remember, Stacy, a moment on the lips, forever on the hips. Go back to the car.
Ew, is that polyester?
I have to stop myself.
From pulling a gun and shooting him?
What kind of dog is that?
Oh.
It kind of looks like a Shih Tzu.
Oh.
Oh, I like to call him Havoc.
All right.
I just want him to scare them. I don't want him to hurt them. Just want him to jump up on the guy and pin him to the ground.
So I don't think you understand what we have established about the term havoc. So your familiar is trained upon the word havoc to drop its disguise and become a horse-sized animal and lob itself down the freeway, the throughway of this mall. People are running and screaming as like molten lava drips from its mouth.
I can't take you guys anywhere.
Mere seconds before it screeches to a halt in sitting position, Stacy on the ground, having screamed the most manly scream.
I walk up. Has he gone back to his normal form now?
Yes.
I walk up
Because you said you wanted him to stop.
Exactly. I'll walk up and pick him up off the ground and go, "It's Italian silk," and walk away.
Italy is last season.
Wow!
Say that to my face, you son of a bitch.
Italy is last season. Wait, did you not want me to say that? I'm confused. You told me to say it to your face.
Stacy's got huge balls.
For real though.
If I ever see you again, he won't stop.
You better hope you never see me again. As he stands back up, dusts himself off, and then starts to walk away.
What the hell is this person? A wicked witch?
Literally, maybe.
Yeah.
Was that altogether necessary?
No.
No.
Can we see if we can find this quill
Yeah,
now?
he was a horse, and it was eating fire. Yeah, how soon can the police be here?
Is that...
Somebody at one of the
Oh, okay.
kiosks that just got knocked aside by your familiar.
I am just on a roll.
Are you, should we just show up at Candy's house, or?
I
I
texted.
think you should be very quickly leaving.
Yeah, well,
You were,
yeah,
like,
obviously. we're leaving.
Pulling Levi away.
Yeah.
I also send a picture of my chest bleeding out and his arm like half falling off. It's Iris.
I'm coming.
Aren't you with them?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're with them.
She's
Yeah,
calm.
just like do.
As we wait, I'm sitting there looking over to like.
All right, Iris, you show up with your medical supplies. So, now that I've actually researched long-term medical care, so emergency care only works on bashing damage. So if you want to heal them, it will be long-term care. So every roll that you roll is equal to 1 hour of time spent. And it's going to be a dexterity intelligence plus medicine for 1 hour.
Oh my god, there's 3 10s in there. That's already a crit. There's still 3 more 10s. That's already a crit.
This is extended though. So the number of
6,
successes
7,
usually depends how much we get.
8
successes on
So in the
first one.
first hour, you're able to downgrade one of their lethal wounds to a bashing.
You're welcome.
So you can keep giving them care, just every roll represents an hour. So you've already banked 3 for the next hour.
Okay.
Oh.
That's the best. So I shouldn't roll for the next hour's worth because
You
I've
can.
already done as much as I can, or
Wait,
No,
so
I mean,
1 hour.
for every hour. So for every 5 successes you get on this extended roll, it downgrades 1 lethal to a bashing. And
So-
each roll represents an hour of long-term medical care.
So now you're already 3 towards that
Next
second.
So I'll
bashing.
keep track of how many successes you get,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
and that determines like how much.
Yeah, so you just need
Damage
2
you downgrade
more,
for
and
us.
you downgrade 1 more to
But
bashing
so
in an
since
hour.
these 2 are still technically doing things within the hour, we'll wait for your next roll because that's the first hour and the dog thing just happened. So
Lucius, I'm so sorry. I do not know what came over me, but that...
in Lucius's car.
that...
No, I dropped them off. They had to get an Uber.
So you're in the back of an Uber.
Yep.
that great wicked witch just pushes my buttons.
That's alright. He seemed like a bitch.
That is the way to put it. I'm a little bit worried about the way that he left, but I guess that's a problem for another time. Has Candy texted us back?
You texted Candy?
Yeah.
What did you text her?
Hi. We heard that a crazy incident went down and that you might have some sort of information about a feather pen.
I'm not answering to the press right now as per instructions of my lawyer.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, we have our address.
Yeah.
What if we want to use the crazy?
Shake her down.
So maybe we should have a plan in place before we let's wreak havoc again. Well, not when I say it. I want it's only when you say
Is
it.
it you're still
Mark.
perk up though? He's like,
Pork.
Good boy. Good boy. Well, what do you think we should do then? I mean, I assume we just knock on the door, say that we know what the item is, and ask if she knows where it is.
I mean, she seems pretty standoffish with that text message. Could we?
Well, she just got a text message from a number she doesn't know asking her about the thing that she's probably in litigation about.
But like, also 2 guys showing up at her door asking the same thing. I don't know if that's going to do any different. Perhaps, do you know Anybody who might know her lawyer?
I mean, I don't know if this is going to be a case that goes to. I guess it could go to criminal court. I can reach out and see.
I mean, this seems like a pretty big case, right? If it's a nationally, these plans
I'll reach out to
avoided.
my law enforcement person.
Okay.
And just ask, like, hey, I heard that there was 7 or 8 boxes of phones that walked out. Sounds like a crazy incident.
It wasn't my jurisdiction, but we did hear about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because the shipping manifest shows them. There was nothing on the camera of her receiving them, so she would have had to get those phones out of there before they even got to the store. Like maybe had an accomplice stop the UPS truck.
Huh.
I don't know. Both the UPS driver and the girl at the store are both under investigation, but I don't have much more information. I'm sorry, Levi.
Do you know, did she get a public defender or does she have somebody on her own?
I don't think she could really afford her own lawyer, but T-Mobile basically cut her loose, so...
All right, we'll reach out to the county attorney's office. That's probably the prosecuting side. We'll reach out to the public defender's office and see. Thank you. I really appreciate the information. This is a very strange situation.
So, as per our arrangement, I sent Stacy's Nationals medal for swimming to you. You should receive it in the next couple of weeks.
I'm sorry, what?
You got Stacy that scholarship to the U of A on the swimming scholarship?
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's another person named Stacy that just showed up out of nowhere recently, and I was just concerned for a moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just my daughter's.
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited for her. That's absolutely phenomenal.
But you do want the trophy, right? That's what you wanted.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm confident that she'll do very, very well.
Was this on speakerphone?
Probably. I feel like Levi generally talks on speakerphone.
One of
He's
those people.
Yeah.
Those monsters.
Well, it was good talking to you. I so sorry I have to go. Click.
So what do you want with a medal from a little girl?
Well,
She's in college.
yes.
What do you want
little
with
girl.
a medal from a college girl?
Well, it's sort of my medal. I put her in the place to take it, so this part of it's mine.
Right. All right. Do I have to give you a medal if you help me?
You could definitely take a willpower for openly admitting that to Lucius. Like, that's definitely your vice coming through right there. Looking him straight in the face, not lying and telling him it's your medal.
I haven't spent any, though.
Oh, well.
A beat?
Wait, do we have all of
No.
our back?
Yeah,
Because we rested.
it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of taken off guard and it just came out.
It's mine. It's mine.
How many other medals do you have?
We can talk about this another time. I think we're probably getting close at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You're suddenly reminded of that one room in Levi's apartment that no one ever goes into.
I got a
Has the
skeleton
keypad on
key.
the that works on touchscreen.
So handy.
Oh, yeah. You're completely right. So what's our strategy going in?
I've done nothing but harm today. I'm so sorry. What do you want to do?
I mean, so she knows that this thing in her possession is magical, right?
I don't mean to interrupt. Were you guys plotting how to scam a girl?
Oh, no, we just need to ask her questions. We're not trying to get anything from
Why
her.
don't you just ask her questions?
Well, that's the plan. We just don't want to, upset her in the process.
Did you guys know about magical objects? This is like a LARP thing? Is there like a scavenger hunt?
Of
Yes.
course it's a LARP thing.
Oh.
You want to join?
Are you guys on Twitch?
Stream every Monday.
I should definitely follow you guys because that's the nicest thing you can do for a Twitch
It is.
streamer.
You know, when you started talking, I was about to give you 2 stars, but you just got 5, sir. And we're gonna put in a custom tip.
And here's $1,000 for subscribing.
Don't make those promises.
Thank you so much. I will enjoy your content, but also support you.
Oh, why did I empty my wallet with the last guy? We could have tried that again on this one.
Why do you only? Nope. That's not a. It's not a conversation for right now. How far away are we from the house?
And keep in mind, you spent your $450 for the day.
I know. I know. That's like I can't do that again. I did it already.
So you guys get there, and you guys spend some time planning. You can administer medical
second
care.
dose.
And I'm letting you administer to both of them at the same time.
Oh, thank you.
Because she's that good of a doctor.
Well, that and like it would take a long time if she had to give each of them individual
Okay, that's
care.
3 more successes.
So that's another bad
And
thing.
she's
And
Dr.
we're-
House. So.
And then keep in mind that bashing does heal at a rate of I think 30 minutes.
15, I think.
15, yeah.
So
Detrimentus.
it's gonna get rid of both of those basically.
Atramentus MD.
Well, okay, so
Really
you
does.
have to heal your
It doesn't
lethal
roll off
before
the
you can
tongue.
heal
Oh,
your
okay.
bash. So I'm just saying, like, when your lethal is gone, it's 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
You guys.
that's done.
Okay. What was our plan?
I don't know, you guys spent an hour discussing it. So.
She knows this thing is magical. We are also, you're more so magic, right?
Guess.
Why don't we?
Sorry, the chat streamception.
Why don't we claim to be the owners of this pen and seeking the pen back or retribution? I feel like asking her questions is not going to get us anywhere.
So retribution is in we're going to punish her for using it, or
For,
retribution as in
for
we're going
not
to...
giving it back.
I mean,
Why don't we threaten her? Is what I'm saying.
You could just tell her that the previous owner died horribly,
that
too.
is true. It
I'm
killed
not
the
there.
last one, so we could... I just feel bad threatening her. Sounds like she's had a hard day already.
You just suck. Never mind.
That Stacy is a special case.
All right,
Mortal enemies.
I will follow your lead, but if the time comes, I will become the bad cop.
All right. Ring the doorbell.
Candy.
Little, like, chain. Yes?
Hi,
I'm
Candy.
not talking with the press.
We're not the press. We're here about the quill.
What's a quill?
Like a feather pen.
Like Star-Lord?
Wow.
Like
His last name was Quill, right? From that Marvel movie?
I'm sure you're correct. Like a
she's
writing
correct.
implement that's made out of a feather.
Like that weird guy who signed the electronic thing at work, and then all that shit started going weird?
Wait, somebody else signed it? You didn't have it?
No, why would I have a feather pen?
Well, what can you tell us about this man? It's a very dangerous item.
I don't know. He was really effeminate and mean, and I don't know. He was, I don't know. He had like these 3 friends. I think he works at, like,
Stacy.
yeah, it was a weird girl's name.
Thank you, Candy. That is all we can do today. I appreciate the information.
Are you okay?
Yes. I just turn and start walking away.
Like that angry, like your shoulders start moving. Walk like.
Seb under one arm, being aggressively pet.
We have met
Which she
now
kind
your
of likes.
biggest foe.
Speaking of, quite suddenly and without warning, Seb goes pained wine and then puffs.
His contract has been revoked.
I hope that pen kills him.
Soon.
Lucius, we must go find the... I just, like, stand in place and scream. And then start walking.
Yeah, we'll start walking back to
Hey, do you think we should have heard from them yet, or?
You guys aren't going to take an Uber or
Zach's
anything?
place.
If somebody wants to order it, I'm going to walk until it gets here.
I'll order us an Uber. Uber pool.
This stream.
Uber pool,
Sponsored by
that
Uber.
means it's both of your accounts? Or
No, it's
how
more
Uber works.
Tucson
other
doesn't have
people.
Uber pool.
Oh.
I don't know how Uber works.
Oh.
It's the less expensive one. Because I'm a cheapskate.
We don't have Uber
Are you
pool.
sure we don't have?
Okay.
Oh, I
I
guess
don't
you
think we
worked
do.
for
I
them.
was going to say, I worked for them for a very long time. We
Okay.
don't have Uber pool.
Not even
That's
in
weird
this
we don't
fantasy
have it.
world. It doesn't exist.
I thought
Just
they
in
had it.
reality.
Okay, got it. I will call us an Uber.
So you guys get an Uber and head towards Zach's house. So you guys get to Zach's house, and there's like a foosball table and like the kitchen table, and they're like laid out, and she's like in between them, like sewing them up and like disinfecting, and like she's got an IV set up. She's like,
Hey, Lucius, you're great. You said smash.
The gnomes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't smash.
You know, specifically, it's very important to smash the gnome while it's in its ceramic form, because if given enough time, it becomes almost impossible to kill, because it turns into a writhing soil-like creature. So you need to get it before it like degrades into.
Definitely don't mess up the lawn.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if I was able to get.
Oh,
their
you also
attention.
feel like you should warn them. Were they bit? Because like the venom can be a problem later on down the line.
Was I big? Because I thought like the vine exploded on me.
Yeah.
I was good.
You were not bit.
I was. Cool, so,
what problem along the line?
Yeah,
Okay.
what?
It's pretty minor if you can get it early, but you just slowly start turning into ceramic.
Oh,
Oh, fantastic. So, what? How do I?
yeah. What? Like, get it early? What does that mean?
Did you get any samples? Well,
Oh,
was
you totally.
right
I
here.
had vials like just chilling.
You know for a fact that
sarcasm doesn't suit you, Zach.
if you take a little bit of stoop from the garden in question, and then some ground up lawn flamingo, it should clear it right up.
Oh, good. Luckily, we're right across the street where it all happened.
I'm not going back on that lawn ever again.
Yeah.
So
I don't do smash very well. I learned, and I show him my gun, which is like.
One of your guns is gone.
Oh, I didn't throw it because I had the machete.
okay.
We traded it out, but like one of my guns is.
I'll go take it.
So you open the front door, and Zach's lawn is just, there's like 7 or 8 smiling,
Oh, God.
different pose lawn gnomes.
Even with his protection thing?
They're outside the house.
Oh.
I protected
thing
the
you did that.
property.
Then they're just in the middle of the road.
You did piss him off.
Hey, do you see that hedge right there? I was assuming I could see and like come back to the house, watch and see them come fix it at some time, so we get a little recon. But no, they just instantaneous. Would have been
Yeah.
nice to know.
Poked out on you. Can we try talking with these lawn gnomes?
Well, you could definitely try.
Okay.
Next time on World of Darkness.
Okay.
Stacy just show her she has this quill. Go kill her.
I'm coming back down.